Let's do it. That was not a good one. Let's do it. There we go. All right. What up, everybody? Guys, yesterday when the announcement ended, we had 200 people watching. Also, I saw someone live streaming it. Like, what the fuck? Maybe we should live stream it. It's like called The Pact or something. The Pack. But they were just showing the announcement. And I was like, how are you not getting dinged? I was very sad. Let's see. Oh, that's not it. History. Here we go. Yeah, here. I'm not trying to like call him out or anything. That's not on there. That's weird. Can you guys hear me? Yes. How'd it go, Tex? There we go. All right. So they were just like watching it. You guys think I should do this next week for the show? Like they were
Going good.
Cody.
Yeah.
Just can't tell how hard she's
Think she in trouble because she put on her Adidas shirt?
I don't know.
like that.
Mhm.
All the way through.
It's super risky, right? Like how did they they did an hour show and they were streaming it the entire time. It was wild. Anyways, good for them. Sad for me. But anyways, we had like 200 people watching when this ended. Yeah, I'm pretty sure didn't they get like demonetized? I think that's all that would happen. You would just get demonetized, no? I don't know. Anywho. Oh no, you should have paced it faster so you didn't go fast enough. What? How's that even possible? What's up, guys? Hey, Slater. El Paco. I don't know what that means. All right, Slater, tell me, what's your strategy? What do you got so far? Tell me what you got, and then I'll tell you what I got. Whoa. Oh, what's up, guys? Man, I'm sore. My biceps are super sore. Super sore from the workout. All right. Do we want to talk about 25.1? Let's talk about the announcement because that shit was fire. It was so best announcement that we've had in years. And let's talk about why. Sorry, I didn't mean to burp in the mic. That was very John Young of me. Yeah, I've noticed this from a couple people, which is good. It's better to do it this way. So it's an interesting text says corrects. I saw where a few people said find steady pace. So I went steady, left a ton on the table. But this is a fine line, right? Like if you feel like you left a lot on the table, it was probably a lot less than you feel, right? It's just finding whatever that burpee pace is, right? It's better to leave more on the table. Sorry. It is better to leave more on the table than it is to burn out, right? Because then you really have a much better idea of pacing. A couple things I want to talk about is first, There was I saw 130,000 people watching concurrently at one time, which is absolutely mind-blowing. That's more than the games this past year. It's more than the games in other years. And so I thought the pre-show was really good, right? They went through this pre-show, they did the athlete profile, and they started going through it again. People started complaining because they went through it twice. Like they're like, "Oh, we've already seen this. There's no CrossFit." It's like, shut the fuck up. It starts at 2, and then they started showing it early. Who cares? Get over it. But the pre-show was good, right? This like legend to Becca Voigt podcast with Dave, right? Like this was really good. You know, what is like all of this was so good, so well done. And then, you know, it kind of went through the profiles, which was really good. Maybe they could have been a little longer, but I thought they were really nice. They were really well done. Um, and and then it started to flip back through, and then the announcement started. And what I liked best was from when the announcement started to the actual announcement of the workout was only 8 minutes.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CrossFit Mayhem. This is, of course,
Like,
the home.
boom, they did Rich,
Tell us why you think that.
right?
We could close
Talked
our
about a
eyes
couple
and throw a dart and
things,
find 10
you know, highlighted a couple people.
people that are worthy of that award, but Bob is, man,
And whoa, here we go. Can you guys hear me?
in 8 appearances. Oh, it's so
Introduced the athletes, and I mean, that was it.
The announcement.
And then it was like, bam. Yeah, this was the only negative. The only negative today of this was this announcement was like the volume was really low. You couldn't really hear what he was saying. Who's behind Bob? Oh, this chick.
We could
Yeah,
close
she
our
was
eyes and
yoked.
throw a dart and find 10 people.
This volume sounds better than the announcement. I think they fixed it. He said it wrong too. He said it wrong. But anyways, other than that, I thought it was great. I don't know if it was Androzic. Yeah, it was great. I think it was awesome. The announcement wasn't trash. You're an idiot. You're just flat wrong. His was less than ideal, but the whole announcement of the whole thing was amazing. This was the best. Like, yes, this guy for sure doesn't do a lot of camera work, clearly. But other than that, I don't know. I didn't watch any of those. I thought none of those got pushed to Dave. Didn't that guy submit a video to Savant? I didn't think any of those actually made it to Dave or something like that. Did I go unbroken on the dumbbell the whole time? I bitched out in the round of 21 and broke. I don't know why. I broke like at 15 for some apparent. Then I went unbroken on 24. So, you know, I think it's an error to not try and get Dave's energy. It's going to be impossible to get Dave's energy. I think getting into the community is a solid second. I think someone trying to mimic Dave, yeah, it was fine. I think someone trying to mimic Dave would be worse, right? Unless they were really good at it, but I think everything else around the announcement was way more important, and it was really, really good. Like everything from the pre-show these athlete profiles to the start, the time it took, right? Once it started, the flow was really good. Obviously, Rich being on screen, everyone fucking loves, right? You know, then they went into like a different athlete profile. You know, they introduced them. Wasn't Bill supposed to be there? Wasn't it supposed to be Chase and Bill? Or just Chase and Boz? I guess Rory. Oh, it's just for Chase and Rory. They announced them. It was good. A little profile. Boom. Announcement. And we talk about it, right? Rich is
Know what? These guys seem to like it. Do you like it? What do you like about it? What do you not like?
I mean, I can do all the movements, which is nice. You know, there's not much left in the old knee, but I can at least get it down to the floor and back.
If you can do all the movements, we're here already. It looks like there's room. I feel like Austin would scoot over. Do you think if we're loud enough, maybe you would join us for the workout?
I mean, you know.
You know that I know. Just tell them.
Know what?
Tell them that we're going to have you work out. Ladies and gentlemen, Rich Froning is coming back.
I love it. It's just the dude, Rich working out is just all of it. It's so good. Okay. Did I alternate arms? So, all right. So if we're talking a little bit of strategy for Slater, this is the strategy I suggest for everybody. All right. You alternating arms will be slower. Oh wow, this is really loud. Alternating arms will be a little bit slower. So I would say go one arm for 3, 6, and maybe even 9, and then split it in half. So like 6 and 6, 8, 7, 9, 9, 11, 10, etc. As long as you can stay unbroken. If you feel like your shoulders are getting fatigued and the lockout's getting sketchy on one arm, then you can alternate, or you can even bias your stronger arm if you need to. You don't have to split it. It doesn't matter. You're not going to feel it on the burpees. So, so that's what I would suggest, right? So I didn't like alternating. I alternated to start. I didn't like it. It was slow. And then I went to single, and then at the very end, I alternated to stay unbroken on 24, but I probably should have just hung onto my left arm a little longer. And that's it. And then the burpees are just a good consistent pace, step up, jump back, step up with the outside foot, step in with the inside foot. Do you guys want to see me do a little bit of the workout? I have the video. Slater, would that help? I'll mute it and we can talk over it. Electric. Ugh. Power block dumbbells are the worst to snatch. Well, I guess it's from the hang, so it's not too bad. You just can't alternate arms. So that's the only challenge point. Come on. There we go. I'm pretty sure I fucked up like almost immediately. I'm gonna mute it. Present. No. Extra camera. Oh no, that's not right. All right, so here's my ready. 3, 2, 1, go. I think I glitch almost immediately. So a couple things you'll see me do is I'll always do a chest down first, and I'll always step up with the right leg. So I went to the hang, right? I think I glitched right here. I did 3, right? And then the lunge, you can put your hands on your hips, right? And so I did, right? It doesn't say you can't. That felt really nice to just kind of keep my hands on my legs. So I messed up. I think I did a dumbbell snatch. And then I heard them. They yelled at me. So as you see, basically, all my reps are identical. My chest is down first. I step up with the outside leg. I step in with the inside leg, and it's here. And then when I'm on the ground, that dumbbell is down towards my hip. I probably shouldn't have alternated early on. Right. I could hear them. I was going to try and talk to them, but I was muted. I definitely used the lunge, nice and relaxed. So just a couple things to think about, right? This is Mako. This is the gym that I go to. This is where my clinic was for forever. Yep. Yeah, Mako. Mhm. My right arm was so tired. So, um, yeah, anyways, does anyone wanna see anything else? We don't have to watch my whole video. Um, uh, Vicky asked, "How many rounds do you think for the average woman?" I mean, I think women's scores are gonna be a little bit lower, than men, just because women will burpee maybe a smidge, slower, like, once fatigue sets in, but I think everyone's general goal should be somewhere in the round of 21. Finishing 21, getting into 24 is a really good score for the average person, but somewhere in 21 is where you're gonna see the average come in. So, um, anyways, um, yeah, we can see it. So burpee stayed pretty much the same the whole time. I started feeling kinda sorry for myself around here. I think I'm in the round of 21, finishing 21, I think. Um, was that the Elon wave in the middle? I think I was trying to yell at them about something at some point. Not quite the Elon wave, you know? I know I'm blonde and blue-eyed, but not my not my style. Alright, cool. Good luck, Slater. Crush it. There we go. So, anyways, I think the announcement went really well. Uh, one thing I was trying to look up. So there's already 600,000 views on the open announcement, and uh, so I was just trying to look at like 2024. Looks like 2023 CrossFit Games. 2023 day one has 2 million views, and that's however many years ago, 2 full years or year and a half of views and rewatches and everything. I mean, the open announcement will probably be at 1 million today. But just look at like, I don't even know. Let's see. What was our biggest, like 2017 CrossFit Open? Um, like 17.5 announcement. Yeah, so I mean, even 7 years ago when we were at our peak, right? 17.5. I mean, I think that's probably up there with biggest, like our biggest year, Katrin, um, was only 500,000, and so I don't know. I mean, it was a refreshing thing to see, in my opinion, seeing so many people watching. 100 plus thousand concurrent watchers is crazy. Crazy. You can break the hang cleans. Yep. You can break them however you want. Let's see Kristen Holt. She always does this. She always puts up a score early. Kristen, I don't know. Let's go to the games website, huh? Pull up another screen here. Oh. Not surprising though. She always puts up an insane score. George Sterner beat Austin this morning. Was the judging during the announcement trash? I mean on Austin, I think, like it probably could have been better, right? So I mean, it wasn't great. But I mean, who really cares? It's not that big of a deal. I love how some of these are public. George Sterner dropped a video to start. Jesus, where the fuck is he doing this at?
20.1. So.
I don't see this. Does he jump up the whole time? That's crazy. Just to be clear, no one should jump up the burpee at any time in the entire workout. Kevin, so I actually don't think you don't have to submit a video for the open, right? So it's just semifinals. So if you're in an affiliate, I know George did it. Obviously it doesn't look like he's in an affiliate. So I don't think people are really, I mean, people will, rip you up, right? Like if it's posted, see, like this already says needs modification, right? Like people are just going to say it because, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say any of those are bad. I mean, they all look pretty good. For sure. Yeah, a lot of people are going to have to, but if they're not, that is correct, Vicky, but it's only if they're not in an affiliate. So a lot of gyms de-affiliated. That's their fault because they fucking suck. Shouldn't be de-affiliated. Anyways, this video is fine. I mean, look at his movement. Like, like what are we worried about? I mean, his arms locking. I mean, that's a good rep. His knees aren't bent. He's going to a push press. I mean, people are always going to say it needs modification. Like, this is the only thing that I don't like about it is that people are going to eat it up, right? Like for no reason. I need to do my Sterner was great. These are fine. I mean, yeah, these are all fine. I don't even know what the negative would be. Oh, he started to go to a jerk. So maybe it's here. I mean, there's a push press. Anyways, so Buddha says 0 no reps. That's what I'm. Now I'm cramping, lungs are smoldering after 5. So first open workout in the books. Now I can't sleep. You can or can't sleep. One, I mean, I don't know. Does he really need a modification? Because like 1 rep is viewed funny somewhere in the middle. Where's the dweeb? Right here. Oh, right here. Here we go. One rep. Oh, 2 reps. Nope. I would just say 1, maybe a rep. It's clearly he's walking out. He's locking out, right? Ed, so this is we get this question all the time, right? I'm torn. I can do the 50, but it'll be slower. Do the 35, but better score. So the 50 will always be the better score because 35 is technically scaled. So just keep that in all right, fine. All right, take 1 rep away from him. All right, so he has 340 instead of 341. Let's go, baby. Let him know, Tex. One of the recruiters came over and asked me what the open is. Show him who's boss. Whenever I work with a non-CrossFit person that wants to like be in shape or is in pain or whatever, wherever I'm working with them, I always make sure that they start doing burpees so they understand what we do is like, it's not a joke. I'm just like, here, go just do 50 burpees. Just 50, like is however long it takes you. And it never takes them under 5 minutes, by the way, just to be clear. And I'm torn. I can do the 50, but it'll be slower. So the 50 will be the better score because 35, if you're under 55, will be scaled by definition. This is one of those workouts where it's not like a muscle up where you're just going to stand there and do nothing. You should do it RX if you can do it RX, even if you're going to get lower number of reps and the dumbbell is going to be challenging, right? The dumbbell is yes, it might be harder, but I think it's the right play. You should do the 50-pound, even if you have to break it up more, put the dumbbell down, etc. It's going to be fine. You should do it at 50 pounds and do it RX for sure. Assuming you're a male under 55 years old. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. First time RX. That's what we love to hear. Guys, Niendo, this is what it's all about. Doing the open RX for the first time is better than Christmas morning. It's the best. Like it's the best thing that can come across my desk or my computer or whatever, is people doing the open RX for the first time. I love it. It's awesome. All right, so score needs modification. He got 1 rep. I need to do the judges course so I can go in here and like put my stamp on it. Like I'm gonna fucking watch all these videos. I'll do it for semifinals for sure. Anyways, man, guys, we're almost at 50. Come on, give me 3 more. 3 more people watching. It'll be the most we've had on a morning show concurrently. It's the open though. It's definitely the way to go. So speaking of, good luck, Chris. Have a great day. Do the open tomorrow. Good luck. Oh, it got heavy. Like I think the dumbbell is going to get a lot heavier. I don't use the 50 a ton. I just haven't done a lot of like hinging. Well, I hurt my back like a month ago or however long ago. So I haven't done any cycling. But my right arm is always just like not great with the dumbbell. And now I haven't done it really consistently at all for a while. And I was really struggling. Like in my video, there's a few that I was like, I probably should switch arms. Because they were sketchy. So it's okay to hang on to one side more than the other. For sure. Yeah. Can you make notes, Gus? Is that how it works in it? You can make some notes. Oh, ouch. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I'm excited to get in there and look at that. All right, so how many people? We have 1,900 pages for individual. Yeah, I'm not so close. Let's go ahead. What do you think about a good male score for 75th percentile? So this one's really interesting because it's like a big, like if you look at like the rounds, I think 75th percentile is going to be in the round. of 20, like 21, like midway through 21 will be 75th percentile, is my guess. I have some friends that used to do a lot of CrossFit with me. 224 is 89%. Hunter, where'd you find that? Are you on Beyond the Whiteboard? So let me pull up the. Also, 25.1, like the leaderboard was like ready to go immediately, which was really cool because usually it takes forever. All right, got it. Okay. Oh, this is a good question. We'll get to this. I'm gonna pin this and we'll come back to it, Kevin. Let's see the workout description. So if we look at rep numbers, so I think somewhere around, whoops. Oh, here we go. I think somewhere around this number, like somewhere in here, or like just starting these burpees is going to be the 75th percentile. Yeah, I mean, I think now is it's gonna drift down for sure. But it's just even like 16 hours afterwards, like you have like a general idea. But after tonight, you'll know the most. After Friday night, you could probably be within a few percentage points. But I think based on what I've seen so far of like athletes that I know and where they rank, somewhere in here is going to be the 75th percentile. No, what I'm not 100% sure about that we need to work on in WODprep is like where the top 2% for each age group is going to be. That's going to be the tough one. So, yeah. All right. Anything good on Instagram? Do we know how many people are signed up now? No. I thought this was a really great post by Morning Chalk Up. It was very well thought out and just eye-opening, really putting out amazing information. Acknowledge it's going to be hard. Wow. Maintain a steady rhythm. Yes. Pace. Don't sprint till the end. More pace. Have fun. I feel like we could have done maybe a little bit more. Like fucking interview me. I'll let them know how shit happens. Like I get it. We have to be PC or what the fuck ever. I don't know. That one just was like, meh. In this beginning, I think strength is a metabolic. Seems very good. It definitely is one that I can do without a lot of limitations, but I still can't, I can't do anything 100%. I finished, I got into the round of 27. I got three burpees, like I don't know, RPE 8.5, something like that. My heart rate was pretty up there for the dumbbells, but the burpees are a strength for me. So I did it right when the announcement was over so I can get a feel for it for some of my athletes. But I finished 24. So which I thought finishing 21, like getting into 24 would be good. But it's just, it wasn't, like even how paced I was. Like getting into 27 was very doable. On a redo, I had like the coaches in my ears, and I messed up a couple times. I think I lost count, and so there's no reason I probably couldn't get like halfway through the burpees in 27 if I redid it. And maybe all out getting deep into 27, almost into 30, because this is like if I was healthy, it's for sure a wheelhouse. But yeah, it was good. It was a good one. Thanks for asking. Did I watch Taylor go? Yeah, Taylor's always super impressive. I love his burpee. You know, I think to be that fast, you have to, you have to send it, right? Like we talk about pacing and all of these things, right? Like, yes, their pace is very fast, but it's still paced. Like they theoretically could go faster. So just think about that. Born Primitive gave me $20 to sign up for their giveaway. Nice. Paid for my open. Let's go. And you could win a year. You could win a year of WODprep. If you win that shit, I need like Born Primitive. I need some savage ones. Ben won't give me any. Thank you. Yeah, we can go through it. I mean, he's, Taylor's super fit, right? And so I think he did, this is super similar to last year's workout, right? It's almost identical in every aspect except the lunge turns the whole workout. Let's go. We're at 50, baby. That's what I'm talking about. The lunge turns the entire workout into an interval, right? So unlike last year, which was no rest, burpee, dumbbell snatch, 21:59. This one with this lunge, it's an ascending ladder, but it is, you jinxed it, Josh. But it's an interval, right? So like you get a rest. So the intensity stays a lot higher, right? Within the set, like, that 20 seconds of lunging allows you to get right into the burpee. Because if you were just going to go right down into the burpee, then the workout's way more grindy, etc. Oh, someone asked about the the clue. Yeah, well, we had a leak. We almost knew the exact workout prior. It wasn't right, which was kind of cool. It was like every time I've ever gotten a leak, it's always been correct. And so it was kind of neat to not have the right one, which was really interesting. And so we didn't push anything, just to be clear. And we literally found out like maybe a day before. So it's not like we could have done anything. Anyways, does the clue make sense? Yeah, it's a burn, right? It's a slow burn, quads, fatigue, grindy, etc. Maybe, I don't know about the frogs. I don't get it. I don't understand that point. Hey guys, make sure to like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? It's like down there somewhere, like, subscribe, turn on the notification. We up talking shit all the time. The open CrossFit season's here, etc. Whoops. It could have been, right? Like it could have been a purposeful leak, but I mean, it was so close that like it probably shouldn't have been that. You know what I mean? Like if you were going to do that, you would do like the wrong workout. All right. So here's a good question. After seeing the workout, do you have a better idea of what the repeat could be? No, absolutely not. But let's hypothesize because that's fun. Hiller's live. Get the fuck out of here. Infringing on my early territory. What's he talking about? Is he talking about George Sterner? Anyways, so what could the repeat workout be? Well, I think a few things need to happen. We need to test a high volume gymnastics. We need to test strength, right? Like this is our aerobic test. I can't imagine another test being longer. I think this is going to be our long. I think everything else will be shorter. 15 minutes is a really unique time frame to open the open with. Not 20 minutes, right? Because it kind of really like there's not going to be another long one. Like this is definitely the aerobic test. So you can assume everything from here is going to be shorter. I think tests that would fit pretty nicely. 20.2, I can probably tell you workouts it won't be, right? So for the repeats specifically. All right, so let's go from 2020. Okay, so it won't be this one. So 20.1, let's just make a list, huh? Let me think. Where's my little thing? Workouts that are not going to happen. All right, so workouts that are out. 20.1 out. 20.2 out. Just because it's long, dumbbell's already been in there. And they're too similar. 20.3 in for sure. I would love this to be the repeat. This is one of my, this fits a lot of gaps and needs, but probably out because of distance. So I'm going to say it's out because I don't think if they did 30 feet here, I don't think they're going to do 50 feet in another workout. So that's my opinion. 20.4, very much in. And then 20.5, which I'm hoping is the repeat because I think that's like one of our best open tests that we've ever had, which is the choose your own adventure. Okay, so 20.4 and 0.5 are in my opinion. 20.1. Wall walks and double unders, probably out. I can't imagine this is going to be it. So 21.1 is out just from a similar feel. I know it's completely different movements, but it's a similar time frame. This has already been repeated, 20.2, 21.2. So I'm going to say that 21.2 is out. We'll say 21.1 is like a maybe, actually. Siege the beach. That's right. Okay. Can I make this smaller? View. Zoom out. There we go. Looks better. This workout is the workout that I am leaning that I hope is repeated. So this is definitely in 21.3/4 as the repeat. I think this is a great test. 90 front squat / thrusters and 90 gymnastics patterns. I think is a very good test. I think this is the best so far. This would be the best fit to work with what we have there. Good gymnastics, good feel, good thruster pull up variation, etc. So I'm hoping 21.3.4 is the repeat. Unlikely. All right, so 22.2 for sure out. 22.1 out. I think this workout can definitely be in, even though we did burpees, but I think it could be in. We did a lot of burpees though. It's probably out. So 22.2 out. And then unfortunately 22.3 is in, but I think this is the worst like final workout of the open we've ever had. I don't know if you guys watch, but I hate that fucking workout. It's dumb. 23.1 has already been repeated, but it definitely could be in. I can't imagine him repeating it a third time. This wasn't Dave's year, so it's very unlikely that we repeat anything from 23, even though he's always said that, but he's the only one that's ever put it in. So interestingly enough, right? Castro did say at some point that he doesn't think a lift is appropriate for the open, but he's the only one that's put it in, right? Like Boz didn't put it in, and Dave's put it in 3 times, right? So, hard to say. I think it can be done well, like 18.2, 18.2a, where like there's one window of work and you have to do the conditioning work and the lift within that window. I think that's the way to do it. Or an ascending ladder like 20.4. I think 20.4 is one of the best lifting tests that we've had in the open in general. But it is not ideal to have a lift be worth 25% of an open score for sure. This could be in, but because it's been repeated, I'm going to say it's out. 23.2. This workout could be in. Did a lot of burpees, shuttle runs. I can't imagine we'll put the shuttle run back in. I'm going to say it's out. So 23.2. 23.3 is, I'm going to say is out. So 22.3. And then 23.3, I think is 100% in. If we're not going to do a lift, this should be the final workout. I still believe this is the number one most complex and most high level workout that's ever been in the open because of the load of the snatch and the volume of strict handstand push-ups. This is such a well designed workout. Ascending ladder, enough double unders to catch people. The wall walk is still there. Then it progresses into strict handstand push-ups. This time cap right here is low, is kind of thin to challenge people to really get through it. The weight jumps high enough on the snatch, and this final separates the elites very well across the board. So I'm hoping 23.3 is the repeat. And then I actually hope nothing from 24.1 is there. 24.1 is for sure out. I don't even know what 24.2. 24.2 I would say is out because of the length of it. 24.2 is out. And then 24.3 is unfortunately in. Okay. So workouts that might be in my opinion, are 20.4, 20.5, 21.1. Did we say 21.1? I put a maybe. I mean, this one's a maybe. It's just very similar, but it is such a hard workout, and it's different enough from the burpee, but overall it's like similar time domain. I can't imagine they're going to do the same time domain. I'm going to take this to out. So my opinion of workouts that are still in 20.4, I'm just going to write it over here. 20.4, 20.5. I guess I can make a banner. Should I make a banner? Let it roll across. Create a banner. Workout repeats. Options. 20.4, 20.5, 21.34, 22.3, 23.3, and what else did I say? 24.3. So those are my thoughts. Double unders will 100% be in the open, without a doubt. So those are my thoughts for repeats that are still there. I think everything else is pretty much null and void at this point based on what it was. And then I'm praying, I think all of those would be very good repeats except 22.3. 22.3 in my opinion is just like it covers a lot of bases, but not very aggressively. And it's a great workout for the masses, but it's not a great separator for the elites. And we need a heavy, high volume gymnastics / heavy barbell to separate the to separate the elites. So we need another ladder. So something like 20.4 or 20.5, choose your own adventure, one muscle up kind of thing. 21.3, I think has enough gymnastics and enough barbell work that it's a separator, even though it's with the lift. And 23.3, in my opinion, should be the repeat. Like 100%, if I had to choose, that should be the repeat, because then he can do whatever he wants. And like that could even be next week's workout. And then we could still go to like a thruster pull-up variation in week 3. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping next week is the repeat 23.3. And then week 3 is some thruster pull up or overhead squat pull up variation or thruster pull up variation or something like that. Do I think Rich beating Roman? I mean, it means fucking Rich is a savage. Like, you know, I mean, Roman got demoralized in it. He also was trying. I also feel like his strategy was kind of poor. You know, he like was trying to lurch the lunge. He was jumping up early. Like it just didn't. I don't think it means anything. I think it just means that Rich is still the fucking king. You know. So, I mean, that's what I think it means. You know. Let's see. What else? Is there anything on Instagram that's worth talking about today? Anything good? Do we know? Do I think there'll be a 2-parter? I would love to see like a conditioning 2-parter, like Dave actually go to something like a, like a conditioning 2-parter. But the problem is when you do anything like that, if it's not a lift, is you're going to bias one athlete. And what I mean by that is like the French throwdown did it really well, right? They did. It was like a 13-minute time cap, and you had a 1,000-meter row for time, and then 4 rounds of like 12 burpee box jump overs, 12 thrusters, or something like that, whatever it was. And so then it was 2 scores, total time and row time. And now that the way that's written, that biased a heavy athlete for the row, and then an aerobic athlete for the next part, and a lot of strategy in between. So I think something like that would be really, really cool. Doing something like a heavy machine sprint to start, which is basically a lift, but including that in a timed event into something body weight. But the problem is so now we've done a ton of burpees, and you just have like a time limitation within the window, right? Like you can only do so much fitness within this window. They would have to be like a 20-minute cap, and it would be 2 scores. Maybe there's like a high volume gymnastics one, and then like a heavy barbell or something like that. So maybe it's like a max set of something, you know, and so there's definitely ways to do it. And I think that would be really cool, but you just have to do it very clever. So you're not basically giving an athlete 2 solid scores. Like you always want to have it very balanced. Right. So, no, Dave doesn't like to repeat movements in the same competition. If there's anything that Dave does do, taking away this games, right, is like find unique deliveries and balance within a competition. He does a really good job of that. I really do think, and this is what I said, and John said it afterwards, but he got it from me, is Chad fucked up everything at the games from a programming standpoint. And obviously everything else, right, with Lazar and like the work, changing some workouts and things like that. But Chad in the middle, Chad was the cornerstone of the game's programming. And because it was the cornerstone of the game's programming, it's going to bias how you think about lifting heavy because of the fatigue component on the quads and the hips and the calves. So I think Chad was the mistake because of how it influenced the rest of the programming for the entire weekend. So, Rich cemented his status as GOAT. I think Rich cements in his status as like influential person in the sport. Rich has never been fitter than peak Frazier. He's fitter than Frazier now, but Frazier looked at CrossFit as a job. Unfortunately, he looked at it in the way that we don't want people to look at it, right? Like, he wasn't part of a gym. He wasn't part of a community. He came in and he dominated, and he was his job, and he was the best that's ever done it. I know people that know him personally say he's amazing. He's a great person, and I assume that he is. These are people that I trust that work close with him. And um but the community aspect and like the core of CrossFit was never his intention. It was just to win, to make money, and to set himself up for life, right? Which is why he sacrificed so much, which is fine. That's just the way it is. It's just not how we view it. So is Rich the GOAT in the sense of like the best CrossFitter of all time? No, I truly believe Matt is, even over Tia. I think Matt would still be winning in general, but I think he was more dominant than Tia um, is. That's probably not the right thing to say. I mean, I think he was better than Tia was. I think she is as dominant, but I think the men's field is more competitive than the women's field overall. And so I think he is the GOAT. Someone's going to need to win 10 times and, and win every event for me to change that. Do I think Rich is more influential in the space? 1,000,000%. I think if Rich bought CrossFit somehow, it would turn around. We'd have 2,000 more affiliates in 1 year. Like it would all change, right? Now, if Matt bought CrossFit, I don't think it would change that. You know what I mean? Like, I think Rich is the most influential and the biggest northern star of our world. I think he's the perfect spokesperson and the perfect face, the perfect expression of what CrossFit is about, embodied in someone who, like in a person. And so in that sense, yes, no one can touch him in that aspect. So, but I don't think Rich was ever better than peak Matt. No, not even close. All right. All right. If you haven't signed up for the Open, guys, boom, right there. There's 52 of you watching. I hope all 54 of you are signed up. It's so important that we sign up. Why, you ask? Because it supports the athletes. You can say you don't care about the athletes. That's fine. It supports affiliates, right? The Open is a big driver for affiliates and for community, and just being a part of the biggest fitness event on earth is just a cool thing, right? I mean, like it's, you know, um, we get to say we're doing the same thing. I have a pimple right here. Oh, that thing hurts. I just saw it. As someone in Asia or South America, and we get to compete, put our name on a leaderboard and have fun, even if you're not, right? So, a lot of the things in the pushbacks that I hear is like, oh, I'm not competitive anymore. I don't really care if my name's on a leaderboard. Fine. I'm not either. And I was for fucking ever. 10 years, nonstop, 5 days a week, 2.5 hours a day. And now I don't get to do that anymore, but I'm still going to do the Open because I love it so much. It means so much to me. It's changed my life. CrossFit has changed my life. And I think the Open and CrossFit, you know, are very supportive of each other, right? The methodology grew because of the Open. The Open is what it is because of the methodology. And I want it to stay. I want it to grow. I want it to influence millions and millions of people, millions and millions more. And I think supporting the Open will continue to do that in time, right? So, Mayhem haven't won. Yeah. Rich was talking about that on the podcast with Peter on Coffee Pods and Wads, that they want to get a champion, male or female, and a team champion, right? Like under the banner, because they don't have one besides Rich in any capacity. They have no individual champions. I don't even know if they have, I guess they have individual podiums. So yeah. My biceps are really sore. Yep. Listen to Chain Whippin'. Chain Whippin's got it. 3 and 6 will fool you. Go slower than you think. He knows. What'd you get, buddy? Oh, man. Well, everyone got capped. I mean, oh, you were in a lunge. Oh, that's the worst. In the lunge, you don't even get the points. You don't even get like a rep. Anything good? Anyone got anything? I got nothing. I think that's it. Anyone got any questions on 25.1? Any thoughts? Gus, did you get Colton's score? Hey, just you haven't asked. You should ask. Oh, man, I'm tired. Thanks, man. That was awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, dude, donations are the best. Donations are the best. I think he did it. I'm pretty sure he did it last night. That's what his post insinuated, that he already did it. I didn't say he didn't, by the way. I don't know anything about Colton outside of whatever you guys tell me. Let's go. Ryan, I did it right after the announcement. I love it. That's my favorite. Kept my pace pretty slow. Almost finished around 21. Correct. You don't have to go crazy fast. All you have to do is not blow up on the burpees. As you'll see my video here in a little bit. Oh, you're right. He didn't. He probably just walked through it. Fair. It's a burpee workout. If you cannot blow up on the burpees and find a sustained pace the entire time, you're going to do fine. That's all it is. It's a burpee workout. Find the pace. Use the lunge to your advantage. If you feel like you're running hot, slow your lunge down so you can get right into the burpee and pick that burpee pace up. A slow lunge and a fast lunge is only like a 10-second difference, but that 10 seconds coming from the dumbbell back to the burpee can basically either add or take away time on your burpees, right? Like that lunge, this is an interval workout. It's 3-3 with a rest, 6-6 with a rest, 9-9 with a rest, and so on and so on. Use that rest so that you can maintain a pace on the burpees. Treat it like an interval, okay? That's how we should be thinking about it. Exactly. With a 10 to 20 second rest. It's a rest. Use the lunge as a rest. Do not try to push the lunge. You can recover a lot. Think about last year. Think about last year of how hard it was for people to go right from the dumbbell down to the burpee or right from the burpee up to the dumbbell. If you had 20 seconds each time to just rest and recover, getting ready to go back into that burpee, people's burpees would have cycled a lot faster. That 10 to 20 seconds is where you regulate and where you get ready for the next round. You got it, Ben. Don't worry about it. We've done enough of it. Oh, all right. Gus was like, rhetorical. How much can you recover in 10 to 20 seconds? A lot. I agree. Yes. Boom. Gus knows. 10 seconds slower on the lunges to go 1 second faster on every burpee. He's saying every burpee pays off after the round of 9. Correct. So they trained at Mayhem, but I don't think they ever technically because you had to be at an affiliate. Um, uh, but they were never under the Mayhem flag. They just trained at the affiliate in Cookeville. So just something to think of. They were never under the Mayhem flag. Like they would never be claimed as Mayhem athletes. It is. It's on the lunges. Everyone should be stepping 2 anyways, right? So like on the lunge, no one needs to like step through. Bring your feet together each time. It doesn't no one should be stepping through like a continuous lunge. Like no one needs to go that fast. No one watching this show, right? Unless your name's fucking Austin Colton or obviously George Sterner. Even Froning was stepping 2 every single time. Like bring your feet together, step again, feet together, step again. Okay. There's no need to try to step through. You don't need to go that fast unless you plan on getting into the round of 30. So, yeah, toe tap, touch. All right. Any other questions? Is there anything I can answer? Does anyone have any questions about 25.1? Does anyone need any help doing the workout? Yeah, if you're trying to get into 30, then you need to step through because like you don't get to rest anywhere. Guys, if you're looking to get some open help, all of our strategy, warm up, ask more questions to me and my coaches, continuous, even video review, you can post your video like, hey, I fucked up and I blew up. How can I get better, etc. $3. Join our group for the entire open. Scan the QR code. And yeah, for $3 for programming for the whole open, redo options, strategy predictions, warm-up videos, video review, all the stuff. $3. You should do it. Scan the QR code. Woke up. I don't think woke up to a good deviated septum day. Does that mean you have a deviated septum? Oh, you have one and you can breathe well today. I got it. I think I understand. Yeah, it's a sign that you're gonna crush it. You're gonna fucking smash it. That's how it works. Definitely a sign. Which round should you alternate hands? I think if the dumbbell's not a problem, like, or if it's, not super challenging, I think the best advice that I'm going to give is same arm for 3 and 6. And then from 9, you're going to go 5, 4. So that would be and then you would just split it like 5, 4, 6, 6, 8, 7, whatever, 9, 9, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's what I would do. And then if you feel like you can't hold on to that split down the middle, because like one arm is getting really fatigued towards the end, then I would alternate. Alternating is going to save the arms, but if you're very comfortable, then you should split them like halfway, right? Or even like 5 and 5. I think that's what Austin did at some point in the 21, 24 range, 27 range. So, yep. Was someone screaming to me? Is that a reference to my video? It probably is. So anyways, how many more reps does one gain? Oh, yes. So Music is important. My headphones were in. I was listening to people yell at me, which fucking sucked, to be honest. But how many more reps does one gain by listening to 200 BPM? At least 30. Minimum 30 plus 30. Only if you have, what is it? What do I have? I've self-diagnosed with, I think it's like executive function disorder. Some form of like executive function disorder, because this music is like my Adderall. Like when I'm listening to really aggressive electronic music, it's how I work the most effectively, because it like takes away all of the noise and chatter in my head. Anyways, that's just me. Most people, this would fuck them. Negative 100 reps. Me, money. So, all right. I think that's it. I'm going to get Bennett. I am 100% a 90s kid. Funny thing, it's funny enough, last thing, I grew up in Orlando, and in Orlando in the 90s, there was like a techno station, right? This is before EDM had like genres. It was just techno, right? And I loved it. But, like I was kind of like low on the totem pole in my friend structure, whatever. And like people would make fun of techno music. So I was like, I don't like tech. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to be made fun of and stuff. So I like pushed it off basically till college. And then I was just like, I don't care anymore. I love it. Right. And that was when like the electronic boom hit, like Skrillex and dubstep, etc. And so then I fell back in love. And then now everyone knows that I love music that they hate, which is very high intensity, high BPM electronic music. Anywho, fun fact of the day. Cool. All right, guys. Again, if you're in the group, we'll be live Sunday morning for our redo call inside. If you want to hear our Sunday morning redo call, just pay us $3 and then you get to be a part of all the podcasts that we do. But that one will be private, just to our group. And yeah, if not, I'll see you Tuesday after the close of the open. So Tuesday at 7, and then maybe we'll do an afternoon show with John at some point. Cool. Thanks guys so much. Great show. Chat, you're awesome.